Yes, good afternoon. Welcome to your daily dose of Satoshis news. Today's day is Wednesday, the 6th of September 2023, the year of BSV. Oh yeah, buy BSV.live, the best place to buy Bitcoin SV online. The original protocol and genuine Bitcoin. This is what we are talking about today. The largest court case in financial history, the cabal, which is COPA versus Bitcoin, scheduled for the 15th of January 2024. And it is all about the number one Bitcoin addresses, the legacy addresses that belong to the genuine Bitcoin on the original protocol. So thank you for JPAPS for pointing this out, just going through the court documents. Check this out. Right, so this was dated the 25th of July 2023, just earlier this year. And we've got here before Justice Mellor, Crypto Open Patent Alliance, the claimant, and Craig Stephen Wright, the defendant. And we've got, again, there are other cases that are willing to go along with the outcome of this case, which is why it's so huge. So up and coming defendants in cases that Craig has launched himself are Coinbase Global Incorporated, CB Payments Limited, Coinbase Europe Limited, Coinbase Incorporated, Paywood Incorporated, Paywood Limited, Paywood Ventures. And then so this will say the claimants are again for a BTC Core Claim. So we've got the claimants here being Dr. Stephen Wright, Wright International Systems Limited, Wright International Investments UK Limited. So these are the list of the defendants in those ones. Crikey, look at this. BTC Core, Vladimir Jasper van der Laan, Jonas Schnelly, Peter Wuhl. Big names here. Marco Patrick, Flake Samuel Dobson, Michael Rowan Ford, Corey Fields, George Michael Bombrowski, Luke Dash Jr. Wow, that's his real name. Matthew Gregory Collado, Peter Todd, big names. Gregory Fulton Maxwell, Eric Lombrosio. Wow. Block Inc., Spiritual BTC, Square Europe, that's Jack Dorsey, Blockstream Incorporated, that's what's his face? Adam Back, crikey, yeah, Coinbase Incorporated, Crypto Open Patent Alliance, Square International Limited. Yeah, this is big. This is big. So we'll just have a look at some of these dates down here. Point 26 is where I found them. Check it out. Here we go. Right, so it says here, the next point in the timetable is the service of COPA's expert evidence regarding the authenticity of documents. This is currently set for the 4th of August, so that's passed already because we're now 6th of September. But I'm going to extend that time in view of the extension to the witness statements exchanged to 25th of August, which will remain the original 4-week period between exchange of witness statements and that expert evidence. Thereafter, Dr. Wright's expert evidence regarding authenticity will take place on the 6th of October. Literally, so 1 month to the day today. Experts report on issues of digital currency technology, i.e. to the extent that primer has not been agreed, will take place on the 6th of October. COPA's reply evidence regarding authenticity will take place on the 3rd of November, along with reply expert evidence on digital currency technology. Reply witness statements will be the 17th of November. The relevant date for expert discussion is 13th of November. Then by the 23rd of November, the experts are to list issues of agreement and disagreement. There's more dates going on down here. In terms of bundles, Mr. Hoff, KC for COPA, made the point that it is going to be convenient to have a document management system for the documents in this trial, such as the Opus 2 system. Yep, blah, 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 blah. See if we've got some other dates here. If Then I think the proposal for Mr. Ramsden KC was that those BTC Core defendants would provide their disclosure to the extent they have any. I think by 4th of August, subject to any further submissions. That seems a very practical suggestion. And we've got something here on the 22nd of September. In terms of developers and the others who may participate in the COPA claim from the BTC Core Claim, they have indicated they will be prepared to serve their witness evidence by 22nd of September. Again, I may hear further submissions on that. But again, that seems to be a sensible proposal. I think a lot of these devs, like the new devs, really don't have a clue what they're getting into. They have no idea about the skullduggery that's gone on behind the scenes. You know, you would not want to be, you would not want to have the responsibility of this on your shoulders at all. I would, if that was me, I'd be getting out there like quick, sharp. Like goodness me. So in terms of the developers and others who may participate in the COPA claim for the BTC Core Claim, they have indicated, 22nd of September. There's something here for 27th of November. In the run-up to the trial, subject to the parties either agreeing or resolving their dispute, perhaps at the pre-trial review about the form of the trial bundles, the proposal from Dr. Wright's side is that his solicitors will send the COPA defendants a draft bundle index with a final form of the trial bundle by the 15th of November. And then the COPA parties have to comment on them within 2 days. That is far too short. I hope that the parties will be able to liaise cooperatively, not only agree on what document management system to use, but also the form of the trial bundles. Mr. Greenberg proposed rolling bundles, in other words, building them up well in advance of the trial, and that is a very sensible suggestion, but I'm not going to be prescriptive on this. If there are any difficulties in the preparation of the trial bundles, then it can either be raised at the PTR, which I think is currently set for the 27th of November, although the bundles need to be finalised before then by the 24th. If there are any difficulties, either in advance of the PTR applications can be made to me on paper. So the trial bundles are due to be finalised by the 24th of November 2023, with PTR on the 27th of November. This is going to be absolutely huge. So we've got another date here, 18th of December. The next issue concerns when skeleton arguments should be filed and exchanged. Dr. Wright proposes a very early exchange by the 18th of December 2023, whereas COPA are suggesting exchange of skeletons 1 week before the trial. In support of that position, Mr. Hoff KC suggests that because of the important procedural steps taking place in mid to late November and then December, skeletons by 18th of December is unrealistic. He also made the point that he did not want to telegraph all COPA's points to Dr. Wright in view of the fact, as he submitted, that Dr. Wright has form of changing his story. What? Changing his story. Bringing forth new documents, and he made reference to the judgment of Chamberlain J in previous litigations involving Dr. Wright. I'm not sure if I find the point about wanting to telegraph COPA's points. Yeah. I mean, again, it just skullduggery and all this stuff taking place. You know, it's going to be really interesting to see what gets pulled out of the bag here. Another date here, 14th of August. However, I agree that all the outstanding applications should be determined soon. To that end, I invite the parties to liaise with my clerk and Chancery Listing to arrange a hearing in the long vacation, either in the week commencing 14th of August, when I'm the Chancery General Judge, or failing that, in the second half of September. My goodness. So I'm going to actually link this document in the description of this little report here. But let's just remind ourselves as to what has actually already happened. So Craig has already won the case, which confirms that he mined the Satoshi coins by himself and did not owe half of basically the Satoshi coins to anyone else. And the only other person that had a claim to it was his friend, really, which was David Kleiman, who sadly passed away, and then his non-biological brother was then claiming that he mined half of the Satoshi coins with Craig, but it was the jury that found that he was wrong. So yeah, desperate attempt, I'd say, to try and steal Craig's legacy from him, which are the Satoshi coins. So that was the Guardian that reported on that. The Times also reported on it. Bitcoin founder Craig Wright wins battle to keep his crypto billions. The Daily Mail also reported on this, with Craig saying, quietly living in a Surrey village. Is this really the man who invented Bitcoin? US court rules autistic Aussie tech genius Craig Wright created the cryptocurrency and he could be worth a staggering 36 billion. I think you'll find it's a bit more than that. BBC also reported on it. Bitcoin founder wins right to keep billions of dollars in Bitcoin. And this was what the case was about. And this was dated the 9th of June. So check it out. So we'll just remind ourselves of this again. So this was written by David Kleiman, and he CC'd in Dr. Craig Wright. He said, to who it may concern, I acknowledge the trust and the transfer of Bitcoins to this trust. I have full control of all software and the keys used to manage Bitcoin as of this date, Thursday, the 9th of June 2011. It is agreed I, David Kleiman, shall become the trustee for the transfer of the Toshi I have received from Craig Wright. No record of this transaction will be filed in the US or Australia. The transfer is valued at 100,000 USD for Australian tax purposes. I acknowledge I, Dave Kleiman, have received 1,100,111 Bitcoin from Craig Wright. Bagnew, Australia. I think that was Port Macquarie. At the time of this transfer, this is valued at around 100,000 US dollars. So you're talking like 10 cents. 10 cents is what it was worth back then in 2011. I will form a trust to be managed by at least 3 people, but no more than 7 at any time. All Bitcoin will be returned to Dr. Wright on the 1st of January 2020. I mean, look, I mean, and this was dated the 9th of June 2011. I mean, honestly, who had heard? Who could have possibly had 1.1 million Bitcoin? In 2011, when the white paper was released on the 31st of October 2008, and the network started on the 3rd of January 2009. This here represents about 42% of the entire circulating supply at that time. And remember, there were other people mining it very shortly after Craig mined the Genesis block as well. We got Laszlo Hanyek, who spent 10,000 Bitcoin on 2 pizzas on the 22nd of May 2010. So he was obviously an early miner. Other people in there as well. But I mean, there's only really Satoshi Nakamoto could have this amount of Bitcoin at that date and understand the value of it and have the foresight to put them in trust so that the network could grow without that central point of influence, which classifies it as a commodity network. It's crazy, really. And the amount of evidence that here's Satoshi Nakamoto is overwhelming. Also, this one from updated on the 14th of June 2021. The UK court awards Bitcoin creator, that's Craig Wright, default judgment in Bitcoin copyright infringement claim. So it said here, anonymous Bitcoin blogger Cobra stays in the shadows and fails to defend itself in the face of Dr. Wright's High Court claim. So it was the High Court that awarded Craig Wright copyright of the Bitcoin white paper. So he's got that as well. Let's look at what else has happened here. So this was dated 6th of September 2023. It said world record 2 gigabyte block on BSV chain with transaction fees as majority of block reward, and that was 6th of September 2023. And then boom, that shows that the article was out of date. Look, 7th of February 2022, Tal mines biggest Bitcoin block of all time at 3.8 gigabytes. I've actually seen blocks bigger than that. You're literally talking 3.9. Makes 9.7 BSV in fees. And they, the powers that be will tell you that blockchain can't scale. And yet here we are with a 3.8 gigabyte block, and BTC again stuck at 1 megabyte. And so 3 gigabytes, that's 3,800 megabytes compared to BTC that's got 1, stuck at around 1, you know. Then there was this article here saying BSV blockchain sets record 85 million transactions in 24 hours. And that was reported on May 26, 2023. And then, August 30th, record shatters blockchain transaction records. 128 million transactions over a 24-hour period. I can't remember what that works out. It's something like 1,400 transactions a second consistently over 24 hours, something like that. Like, absolutely crazy when they say that blockchain can't scale. What a load of rubbish. They just don't know how to scale it. Craig does, because he created the system. Absolutely staggering. So again, shout out to Women of BSV, shout out to the Bitcoin SV channel, and then shout out to CoinGeek for just being crap and not acknowledging anybody else in the space. That's more like it. They did a video 16 hours ago, 502 views. That's the kind of views I get on my videos, and I'm not even being paid. I'm only doing this because CoinGeek are crap. Oh my goodness. So anyway, there we go. We'll leave it there. We hope you enjoyed the show. As ever, be aware, take care, stay safe out there. And remember, the largest court case in financial history, 15th of January 2024. Stay tuned and we'll give you more. Catch you later.